Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane from God TV Radio. Make sure you check out my Brett Keane Superstar channel and all my various YouTube channels, including Games You Love, my gaming channel. All links can be found in the description, along with my brother, who is a musician. I think you'll enjoy his music channel. Thank you for all the kind words and support that you've given my brother. He can use it, so can I. Today, I want to talk to you guys about something important, but before I do that, I need to make an announcement. I'm no longer going to be opening Google Hangouts. From now on, when I do my live shows, it will be back on Blab. Why? Because Google Hangouts are extremely glitched. It makes it to where only a limited amount of people can get in the room, and on top of that, atheists are able to run in and out, flash people, scream on top of their lungs, act completely fucking stupid, and then it ruins my rooms. I can't present anybody to the audience unless I only put one person up on the screen at a time, because the atheist will exploit whenever the broadcasts are open, and they'll do things that violate terms of service, and I, as a person, can get in serious trouble whenever atheists do this kind of bullshit. So, the link is in the description. I'm going to be doing a live show at 6:30 tonight on Blab. The links are in the description, as I said. I need Christians out there to pray for me. Christians, Jews, whatever you are, I need to pray. I need you to pray to God for me and help me out, because I've got a serious weakness in my position as a God believer that I cannot seem to work out on my own. My problem is I've come to a point in my life and in my existence where I don't feel like atheists have any hope anymore. There's very few atheists that I can fucking stomach, that I can handle talking to anymore. For me, I'm honestly telling you that I've gotten to the point where I fucking hate them. I don't even feel any desire or want to try to get them the message of the gospel, or even try to put them in a position where they might even be more open to God, where they can be saved and go to heaven. Why? Because they make the effort of trying to make my life outside of the internet, as well as on the internet, a living fucking hell. They try to make me as miserable as they fucking possibly can. I get emails from them daily, making threats to me, constant mockery towards my belief system, the way I look, the way I sound. I can't go anywhere on any YouTube channel and leave any comments to anyone, whether being supportive or saying great video or anything, without some atheist calling me a fat fuck, or making fun of the way I talk, or insulting my wife and kids or my various friends out there. I cannot go anywhere on Facebook without them adding me, without even asking me, and then talking massive fucking shit on my Facebook. I'm constantly having to go through my Twitter, my Facebook, my YouTube channels, my blog, to fucking remove these orangutans who are constantly stalking me and leaving the most horrendous fucking comments and messages that you could possibly think of. And it does not stop there. I've had atheists actually call the police on me. I've had them call Division of Family Services on me in the past, making accusations and then having to talk to fucking police out there many, many times due to atheists doing this kind of shit to me. They call me on the phone, they threaten me, and do shit. There used to be a point where my children and wife would answer the phone thinking that someone cool was calling, and then they would talk shit to my kids and my wife. I hate atheists. I fucking can't stand them. And I don't want to preach the gospel to them. I do not want to help them in any kind of way anymore. Like I said, there is few atheists out there that I can literally even bother coming close to calling a friend of mine at this point. And I know as a believer, one of my obligations is that I have to go out and sow seeds. I have to talk about God with them. I have to give them warning. I have to come up with answers according to 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 15. I have to be in season and out of season and always be prepared to talk to people. Even if they are not sincere in their questions, even if they don't mean what they say, even if they could give a flying fuck, even if they all want to crucify me upside down and fucking put a pile of Bibles around me and set them on fire, setting my beautiful fucking hair on fire and my face and boil off my skin, they don't give a shit. I have a very hard time dealing with that. I'm a very forgiving, loving person who wants to be friends with damn near anybody. I love having discussions with damn near everybody, but I can't with atheists. In fact, it's gotten so bad for me, ladies and gentlemen, that whenever I turn on the fucking news and I hear about some atheist getting chopped up with a machete by a Muslim, or some Christians lose their patience and shit and decide to kick the ever-living shit out of atheists, I do not feel even a single bit of remorse anymore. I just don't fucking care. Whenever I turn on the news and I hear about atheists suing everybody, whether it has to do with they didn't like a Christmas tree, or they didn't like the fucking manger out in front of the church on Christmas, or they didn't like it that some people put Easter eggs around and little kids went to find them, from mothers who lost their children due to some drunk driver on the highway and they want to put a cross up, and the atheist bitches and moans about that, to the point where you can't even walk into a government building and even fucking have the thought of God in your head without an atheist taking a shit all over the place. I think that atheists are annoying. They make me sick. And I know that deep down inside that if I were to be out in public and atheists like this on the internet were to approach me, talking to me like this, I would take my 6'5" frame, 250 pounds of sexually erotic power, and probably pound them into the fucking dirt. So, ladies and gentlemen, I need serious prayer. I need serious help. I don't have any problems with Muslims, Christians, Jews, and people of all different faiths out there. I know that there's some bad Muslims, but a majority of Muslims I've observed and met in my entire life have always been kind and decent to me, never mocking me or trying to make me feel like a fucking bug that they're just around to step on. I've had my disagreements with Jews, even Mormons and Catholics, and even though some might not consider them Christian, they've never done me wrong. In fact, I've had Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses who knock on my door, who I've had very entertaining, enlightening conversations with, and even invited them into my home without not even one little sense of danger. Even though some of you out there don't even consider them Christians. The fucking point is I get along with everybody. Except for atheists. I can't stand them. And unfortunately, I've come to the point where this hatred has become so extreme for this fucking group of assholes for everything that they've ever done to me, that I think right now, if I had a little box with a button on it that I could push and make them all evaporate, or send them directly and as quickly as possible to hell where they belong, I don't think that I would have any problem sleeping at night because of it. I'm just being honest. Jesus tells me to love my enemy. I just fucking can't do it. Jesus tells me to do unto others as I want done unto me. Well, I've tried, and I'm getting sick of being used as a fucking punching bag. I want to do what Jesus tells me to do. I really, really do. But I've got a serious problem. Jesus knows my heart. Jesus knows that I've had enough. Jesus knows that the burden has become cumbersome. It's become extremely heavy to the point where I feel my knees buckling. I feel like I'm going to vomit every time someone even mentions they're an atheist. It's like someone just screamed out in my ear, Brett Keane, I'm an asshole. I'm a dirtbag. I'm a piece of trash. Give me attention. That's what I hear when I hear the word atheist now. I hear fucking trash. That's the word I hear when someone says what they are. And you know, before I end this video, I think that's one of the reasons why when a lot of people approach me now, or approach Christians and Muslims, pagans and Jews, and when you ask them, are you an atheist? A lot of them have a hard time admitting it now, because even some of them realize that atheists have fucked up so badly and been so cruel and terrible that they don't even want to associate with that anymore. And that tells me that those certain people, the ones with the hesitation to label themselves that, they realize what the problem is. They realize that atheists have caused a serious problem, and they don't want to be dumped on as well. I want to be a better person. I want to do better. I want to be able to love everybody. But some of you, you make it so fucking hard. God bless, and see you in my live show tonight between 6:30 and 7. Link is in the description.